Hey, what is going down, Am I on the Air universe? Before we get started, I just want to let you know that today's podcast is presented by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way for you to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters with a flat rate for ad space so you always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. Apply today and become a member and immediately be connected with advertisers that fit your audience. That's podgo.co at podgo.co. And be sure to add Am I on the Air in that section where it asks you, how'd you hear about Podgo? You heard it right here, Am I on the Air? So make sure you fill that out in the application. Thanks, everyone, and enjoy the show.
Hi, am I on the air?
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
John, I got you.
John, do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear, highest necks on the cloud. Am I in the air? Sunday nights, prime time. I flex my better, Voltron transform to DX Don Mega and Unseen. You probably think I'm nice, cause I flow like a stream to your wireless device, and the smoke all the steam on any given night. I'll short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out. Done. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air.
What is up? Yo, thank you. Thank you. Quiet down. We got a show to start. Come on, guys, we got a show to start. Calm down. Welcome, everybody, to a very, very special edition of Am I on the Air? I'm your host, Don Mega, and I welcome you to the show, my friends. You know what? I say it's a very special episode because it's my birthday, birthday. It's my birthday, birthday. That's right. See, I saved the show for my birthday to bring you guys this very special edition of Am I on the Air? It's season 22, it's episode 12, and tonight's show is titled #The Mega Cut. That's right, it is the Mega Cut, because this is Don Mega here, bringing you the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news, television, movies, reviews. You come right here. We're broadcasting live from the Red Dragons radio studios. It's just a little after midnight, and it is here, March 23rd. That's right. I waited. Usually I record late on a Monday night, and I said I'm going to wait till midnight. So I'm technically recording on March 23rd. My birthday, birthday. So, sorry, didn't mean to be obnoxious or anything. But, guys, I'm just so happy to be here, to have this episode fall on my birthday, to talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League, to talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and to, of course, just connect with y'all, bringing you all the big entertainment news of the last week. So, before we get started, I got a couple plugs. Of course, you know, the big movie review of the week is going to be Zack Snyder's Justice League, so I will touch upon it briefly here tonight. But the other night, remember, the movie came out on Thursday, March 18th. So after it was done, and we had the big 4-hour extravaganza, I recorded an episode of Am I on the Air? Quick Bites. Remember, don't forget, I have the Quick Bites episodes of the podcast, which I need you to subscribe to in case you haven't. Remember, it is a separate podcast feed, so if you're not subscribed, you are missing out. But I did do a Quick Bites episode breaking down my initial thoughts of the Snyder Cut. of Zack Snyder's Justice League, the 4-hour mega extravaganza. I was so excited coming off of watching that movie that I was like, I got to do a quick bite. I got to break it all down. And it was a blast to do. So if you haven't listened to that, I would still say listen to it. Even though you're going to hear my review here tonight, I would still say go listen to that quick bite, because there's something about it being an initial reaction and how I felt coming off of it. And of course, I have more time to deep dive into it, because it's like a 15-minute episode. And I'm not going to spend 15 minutes on it here tonight. So check out the quick bite. On the other side of the plug, I was invited back to my boys' show for the Blurcher. Now, remember, I was on their show a couple times for WandaVision. They did a WandaVision after show, and I went on there and represented a couple times for Am I on the Air? Well, they invited me back to do the debut episode review of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So that was a ton of fun, joining back up with the boys, RJ, Hero Harrison, and of course Trey. And so it was good to be on their show and talking a little bit of the Winter Soldier. So check that out on YouTube. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. It's on the Silver Sight YouTube channel. And just search for the Blurcher. You should see it pop right up. It's the latest video on there. So a couple plugs there, in and out the way. Let's jump in. Let's get right into it. We've been hinting at it. Once again, Zack Snyder's Justice League, right? We've been waiting. We had the 2017 theatrical version that came out and kind of petered out pretty quickly, right? A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people didn't like what became of the movie. It felt very much like a Frankenstein monster, right? We had pieces of things that worked, and then we had other things that didn't, and it kind of just felt very compacted into this 2-hour movie, and we weren't quite sure what we got, right? We all know the story. Zack Snyder steps away, Joss Whedon jumps in, finishes the film, and it is what we got. Well, of course, thanks to all the great fans on the internet, hashtag Snyder Cut, started going out, the Snyder Cut, the Snyder Cut, the Snyder Cut. Even the people in the movie were saying, the Snyder Cut, the Snyder Cut, the Snyder Cut. So finally, Warner Brothers, of course, has a stake in HBO Max, said, hey, you know what? We'll do the Snyder Cut. It's going to be an HBO Max exclusive. So Zack Snyder gets to work, right? He finishes the film. At one point, we thought it was going to be this 5 or 6 part miniseries. And then they said, nope, we're releasing it as one movie, 4 hours and 2 minutes long. And that's what we got. So the other night, I had my boys over. We had Peeps. We had Geeky Pat. And, we invited our boy Friggins, but of course he's always too busy for us, so damn it, Friggins. But we had the guys over, and we sat down, we strapped in, we ordered some pizzas, and we got into the Snyder Cut. And I'm telling you, dude, it was fan-frickin-tastic. 4 hours did not feel like 4 hours. It went by so fast for me. I loved every minute of this, even though we had seen similar scenes in the 2017 version. This movie just plays out so differently. The placement of some scenes is out of order compared to what we got before. So many better scenes put in, and a lot of the junk taken out. No Russian family, baby. No Russian family. They were completely removed. I cannot believe. I'm still scratching my head almost a week later saying, how the hell did somebody say, let's delete out all this cool stuff and let's put in this really cool Russian family that we'll, focus on for 2 hours and then have Flash save the day at the end? None of that is in this film. So thank you. All the action scenes are better. They play out more hardcore. The nightmare scene, Batman, Joker at the same time. Guys, I'm going to stay spoiler free. I don't want to get into anything here, but I'm telling you guys, you've seen some of this stuff in the trailers. This thing is epic, and it's been so cool to see the social media responses, because pretty much, I would say, over 90% has been super positive. Everything that I'm seeing across all reviewers, YouTubers, IGN, like literally all the sites, everybody is loving this Snyder Cut, and it's got to be sweet vindication for Zack Snyder after all these years to have his film maligned, to have it perform below what they expected at the box office, all this stuff, to be able to come back, finish your film, and have everybody just loving it. I cannot wait to get back into this thing and watch it again. I'll probably watch it in segments. You know, the film is broken into chapters. And but we watched it straight through, all 4 hours. And I know most of the people I know personally had to do it in chunks. And I think that takes away from it, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure you can get some enjoyment, but you got to watch this thing all 4 hours straight through, baby. That's the way it's intended. But now that I've seen it that way, I think I would like to go back and kind of watch it in segments. Guys, it's incredible. If you have HBO Max, what are you waiting for? If you don't have HBO Max, it's time to sign up, because you can get this, and then next week you're getting Kong vs. Godzilla. I mean, we got a lot of good stuff coming out to HBO Max. It is worth it for you guys, and I think you need to watch it. So thank you, Zack Snyder. Thank you for finishing this up. Your vision has been revealed. It's so cool to see all the celebrity tweets, you know, from fellow directors and all these other people. Henry Cavill even came out, and just seeing everybody celebrating that his vision finally got to be seen. And hell of a vision it is, man. This movie is epic. Epic. Doesn't even begin to feel like even a big enough word. It's so awesome. Y'all need to see it. So, Zack Snyder's Justice League now streaming on HBO Max. Of course, it's a 5 out of 5, baby. How could you not with something this magnificent? So, there you go with our big movie review of the week. Now, over the weekend, I did check out another new film. I checked out Willy's Wonderland. And, of course, Willy's Wonderland, you know, some people have no idea what this movie is or that it even exists. Well, guys, it exists, and it is batshit crazy. So, this movie here stars Nicolas Cage. When his car breaks down, a quiet loner, played by Cage, agrees to clean an abandoned family fun center in exchange for repairs. He soon finds himself waging war against possessed animatronic mascots while trapped inside Willy's Wonderland. Yep, it's exactly how it sounds. Nicolas Cage is driving this badass car in the beginning. It breaks down for whatever reason. The people in the town are like, hey, we'll fix your car, but you need to go into this like Chuck E. Cheese type place called Willy's Wonderland and clean it up, right? It's a shithole inside. He goes in, he starts cleaning it up, but all the animatronic animals and creatures that, you know, sing your birthday, it's your birthday and we want you to have fun, you know, those kind of things. Those animatronics, they come to life and they try to kill you, but Nicolas Cage is so badass, he F's them up instead. And this movie is so batshit crazy. This movie is not good. It is not good whatsoever, but that's in a good way. This is one of those it's so bad it's good kind of things that I sat there being like, what the hell am I watching? But at the same time with a smile on my face saying, this is incredible. Nicolas Cage also does not say even one line of dialogue in this movie. He's silent the entire film. He just F's up these robots and these animatronic mascots. And that's it. That's all this movie is, man. It ain't trying to be much else. I highly recommend you check out Willy's Wonderland. If you just like weird ass movies, especially if you like gore and you like kind of horror, like a horror thriller, this is going to be right up your alley. It's awesome. I had a blast watching this. I'd give Willy's Wonderland 3 out of 5 stars. It was a really good time and a pleasant surprise. So there you go. It's no Zack Snyder Justice League, but man, it was a fun time to watch. So check that out. It's actually now streaming on video on demand. Okay, you can rent it on any of your streaming platforms there. And then lastly, real quick, I rewatched Promising Young Woman for a second time. I hadn't seen the movie since I saw it in theaters last year, and if you heard our top 10 countdown of 2020, you know that this movie made my top 10. I really, really enjoyed it. But I watched it again over the weekend, and I just wanted to take a quick sec to say how amazing this movie is. I loved it just as much the second go around. It's such a good flick, and it still hits as hard as it did the first time. So once again, this is more or less just to recommend and tell you guys to watch this and support it. It's now nominated for a bunch of Oscars as well, so well deserved. Check out Promising Young Woman if you haven't seen it yet. Okay, we're going to switch on over to television. Of course, we got to start right off with our second MCU show on Disney Plus, and that is The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So there we had our debut of this on Friday. and I was super excited to get into it. I might be in the minority here, but I didn't love this first episode. I really didn't. I didn't hate it either, so let me get that straight, okay? I'm not coming here to hate on it. I'm still super, super stoked for this show, and I think it's going to get better. This first episode was a lot of setup, and you know, sometimes that's what TV shows have to do, right? So I don't hold a grudge against it for that. But the show kind of comes out the gate with this really awesome action scene with Falcon, and I was in, man. I was glued to the screen. It's a great action scene. We see the return of Backtrack the Leaper and George St. Pierre, and it was good to see him back, and just this awesome action scene. And then after that scene ends, not much else really happens in this show. I mean, we see Falcon try to get a bank loan. We see Bucky in therapy. It's not a lot going on here, guys. I'm just going to be honest, you know. I mean, we get a couple cool moments here and there, but overall, this was a very slow setup of an episode. I mean, we don't, you know, Falcon and Winter Soldier don't even hook up in this episode. Like, they're not even a team yet. So, but like I said, I mean, so I just think this is an okay kind of start to the show. I just, you know, I don't know. Again, I kind of, when I was on the For the Blurcher the other night, I said, you know, I don't know if it's maybe the fact that I'm coming off the high of Zack Snyder's Justice League, and, you know, I don't know. And because we just came off WandaVision, like, I'm like, maybe I'm just spoiled. I don't know, you know, but all I got to say is, I mean, it's a good thing for MCU that WandaVision came first, because I don't know how happy we would have all been watching this if this would have been the first thing we've seen from the MCU in over a year. I think people would have been really, really disappointed. So, like I said, it's not a bad episode. No, it sounds like I'm trashing it, but it's not a bad episode. I was just a little disappointed. I was watching with my wife, and even she was like, dude, this needs to pick up. It's super boring. And I'm like, I know, I'm sure it will, but maybe not in this first episode. So there you go, man. I mean, it just, if you're an MCU fan, I'm sure you're going to like it. It seems like most people really like it. I don't know. I just didn't find that much happen. But like I said, I'm not losing faith. I think the show's going to be incredible. I think the show's going to really ramp up over the next couple episodes. And I'm ready for it. So check it out. Now streaming on Disney Plus, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And lastly, I just want to shout out Servant Season 2. So I've been watching this on Apple TV Plus. It just had the season finale the other night. I watched it, and I hated it. I was such a big fan of Servant Season 1 on Apple TV Plus. Season 1 was great. And when I heard it got renewed for Season 2, I was super excited. Season 2 started, and Season 2 was just horrible. Horrible. I hated it. So slow, so boring. Didn't even matter. I don't feel anything mattered in Season 2. It was just irrelevant. So, I don't know, man. I don't know if we're going to get a Season 3, but at this point, I'm not even sure I want to see a Season 3. So, yeah. So, that's what I got there. So, I just wanted to shout that out and let you know I finished it, and I don't think it's worth anybody's time. So, if you were thinking about getting into the show, watch Season 1 and then pretty much probably just let it go. At that point, I wouldn't waste your time with Season 3. Or Season 2, I should say. Sorry. So there you guys go. There's our reviews of the week. Jumping into Zack Snyder's Justice League, now it's streaming on HBO Max. 5 out of 5 stars. Willy's Wonderland on VOD. That's 3 out of 5 stars. Definitely check out Promising Young Woman, which is another 5 out of 5 star movie. Now streaming everywhere to rent or buy. So check that out. And then obviously on TV, Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney Plus, and Servant, if you so deem so, on Apple TV Plus. So, all right, guys, that's what we got for reviews. Let's switch gears on over to our news of the week. And once again, if there's any news that I talk about that you want to know more about, you can find all of this news on our social media, especially our Twitter page. If you go to twitter.com/amiontheair, I think you will find all the news you need, and obviously give us a follow so you're up to date with everything as the news drops, okay? We do news dumps every single day, so definitely follow along for that. Okay, right out the gate, I'm going to get pissed off because guess what? We have another movie delay, and this time it's a movie I've been very much looking forward to. It was supposed to come out last year. got pushed back. We still haven't even seen a trailer for this thing, and it got pushed back again. It's the Venom sequel. That's right, Venom, Let There Be Carnage has been delayed 3 months. The movie was supposed to come out in June and has now been pushed to September. I'm so tired of these delays. We've been talking about this for over a year now. No more delays. New York is reopened. LA is reopened. Most of the country is reopened. Stop delaying shit. I had a feeling this was going to happen, though, because Fast and Furious 9, Fast 9, just moved to the Venom date like a couple weeks ago. And when that happened, we were all like, well, I guess Venom's going to move because Fast just took its spot. Yep, it did, and they moved. So that is very, very much unfortunate. But now we'll have to wait till September, which puts it pretty much a full year after when it was originally supposed to come out. So I would just like to see a trailer. I totally want to see what Carnage looks like. So please at least just give me a trailer to make my wait a little bit easier. Godfather of Harlem. The season 2 trailer dropped, so make sure you check that out. That is coming to Epix. I'm very happy about this. On last week's show, I talked about one of my new favorite shows on television, Resident Alien. This show starring Alan Tudyk. It's on the Sci-Fi Channel. It's also streaming on Peacock right now. I love this show, and we only got a couple episodes left of season 1. As soon as I got done watching last week's new episode, the news broke that Resident Alien has been renewed for a second season over on Sci-Fi. So yes, thank you, and this is awesome news. If you haven't started watching Resident Alien yet, I cannot hype it enough. This show is fantastic. Definitely check it out. I love it, love it, love it. We're actually getting a sequel to Puss in Boots. That's right, Puss in Boots sequel is coming in 2022, along with another animated movie called The Bad Guys. So all are coming next year. Timothy Olyphant will potentially, maybe, return as his character Raylan Givens from Justified in a brand new FX series. That's right. So remember, Justified is based on a book, and this was a big, big show for Timothy Olyphant. Well, the show ended years ago, but now they're looking to adapt another one of the books, where Timothy Olyphant's character is not a major character in it, so he might be coming back as a side character, maybe in a smaller role, or they're adjusting the book to maybe now have his character be the main character in it. So all we know is that he's in negotiations and they're trying to work it out. So we'll go from there if we see Timothy Olyphant's Raylan Givens return in a new FX series. Mindy Kaling has joined the cast of Disney Plus's original series, Monsters at Work. So great addition there. We are getting a prequel to Monster. Remember Monster? We're getting a prequel to it, and it is going to star Peyton List. Peyton List, who I know now from Cobra Kai, she is going to be in it, and the movie will be called American Boogie Woman. And yeah, so that can be very interesting. We talked a couple months ago about them redoing the movie The Man Who Fell to Earth. That was coming to Paramount Plus. It has now moved over to Showtime. And once again, this project will be led by Chiwetel Ejiofor. So yes, that is coming to Showtime now, moving from the Paramount Plus network. Disney Plus is actually adding Genndy Tartakovsky's Star Wars Clone Wars in April. Yes, this is a very unique animated style of the Clone Wars that came out a long time ago, but Disney Plus has bought the streaming rights to it, and they're going to add it to their collection. So there you go on that. Stephen Yeun and Ali Wong are set to star in a new A24 Untitled comedy drama series that they're putting together, so great pairing right there. Benedict Cumberbatch along with Colin Trevorrow are going to be teaming up for a new movie, a new World War II drama called War Magician. We have everything coming and going to Hulu in 2021. Disney's live-action Chippendale Rescue Rangers has officially begun filming. We have everything coming and going to Disney Plus in April 2021. Ridley Scott and Stephen Knight are actually developing their World War II series called Roads to Freedom. Lena Headey is set to lead a new psychological space thriller series called Beacon 23, and this will be coming to the AMC network. Kenneth Branagh's period drama called Belfast will debut on November 12th. We got some interviews up with Zack Snyder along with his wife Deborah Snyder, talking about their Snyder Cut, of course, and a lot of different things that went on in between. There's a big rumor going around that MoviePass might actually be coming back. I don't know why, or why at this time this company lost so much money, but there's a countdown clock on their website, so we'll see what that turns into. Let me see here. The Drew Barrymore Show has been renewed for season 2, so congratulations to her. Ianla, sorry, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Ianla, Fix My Life will return to the OWN network for its 8th and final season on Saturday, April 10th. NCIS has cast TV vet Pam Dauber, wife of Mark Harmon, in a new 4-episode arc. So there you go there. Lupin director Louis Leterrier is reteaming with Netflix for an untitled French action comedy that is set to star Omar Sy, Laurent Lafitte, and Azia Heglin. It's going to be an action comedy, so very excited to see what they do with that. But that was a big positive pairing for Lupin over on Netflix, so of course they want to work together again very, very soon. Warner Brothers and DC Comics, of course, supposedly developing an Our Man movie. So this is where my beef starts to come with Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers and DC seems to be hell-bent on making a bunch of B-level, C-level, D-level characters into movies instead of focusing on the stuff that we've already set up, like Superman, like Batman, like, the Justice League that we have. Instead, they keep going for these offshoots. Like, Our Man? Seriously? Like, right now, Our Man is a character on Stargirl. The character's fine for Stargirl. Do I need a whole movie based on Our Man? I don't think so. But once again, DC seems to be making really weird moves in their cinematic universe. So they need to focus on their bigger names, man. Give us the Green Lantern movie. Give us the Cyborg movie, the Flash movie. Give us the things we're waiting for. Move along with Aquaman 2. Let's go. Give me Man of Steel 2. What are we waiting for? Why are we doing Our Man? I just don't get it. Speaking of Stargirl, not that Stargirl though, there's another Stargirl that was actually a Disney Plus movie, non-related. They're actually making a sequel to it, and Uma Thurman has just joined the cast, so great addition there. Disneyland is set to reopen on April 30th, so big news there. Give me one sec. We have the new Loki poster on our Instagram, so check that out. That's going to start streaming on June 11th, so very excited about that. In the Heights, of course, is the new dance movie from Lin-Manuel Miranda based on his Broadway musical. We just dropped the new trailer last week. It is coming to theaters and on HBO Max. They have just bumped the release date up by 1 week. So congratulations there. We get it a little bit sooner. That comes out in in June. Maybe it is May now because of the bump. Let me see here. Hold on one second. I totally did not document that. It's still June. It's just earlier in June. June 11th now. It was June 18th, and now it'll hit theaters and HBO Max on June 11th. So there you go on that. ABC's Wonder Years reboot pilot has just added Dwele Hill as the family patriarch. So there you go. Really stacking up the staffing on this one here. The casting is blowing up. We've been getting a lot of news on this, so very curious to see how the new Wonder Years reboot pans out. We have the Season 4 trailer for Fast and Furious Spy Racers, which is coming to Netflix, so check that out. Jamie Foxx, Micah Monroe are set for the God is a Bullet adaptation. So I'm down for this, man. It's supposed to be a really good adaptation of the celebrated book. And this has been in development hell for over a decade, but they're finally moving forward on this one here, and so I'm excited about that. They're looking to do a Time to Kill sequel. Basically a mini-series that HBO is developing with Matthew McConaughey returning to star, reprising his role from the John Grisham A Time to Kill movie. So there you go, man. A Time for Mercy is what it's going to be called. And crazy after all this time that Matthew McConaughey would be coming back for this, but very, very cool. Ava DuVernay and the CW's Naomi pilot has enlisted Casey Wallfall for the title role, so we are finally moving forward with Naomi, so that is awesome. We have the full schedule for the Avengers video game, the 2021 roadmap, DLC, next-gen footage, everything. I actually just got my next-gen update on it on the PS5, and it looks beautiful, and I can't wait for all the extra DLC that's coming, including the just-announced Black Panther pack that is coming in a couple months, so super excited about that. Diane Wiest is joining Jeremy Renner in Mayor of Kingstown for Paramount Plus, so always a great addition there, good talent. Maya Rudolph is set to star in a new comedy series for Apple TV Plus. That is always good talent. I'm very excited about that. The original Mighty Ducks team is set to return in Disney Plus's upcoming revival, so that'll be interesting. Sally Field is set to play Jerry Buss's mother, Jessie, in HBO's 1980s Lakers drama series that they're putting together. We have the trailer for Dad, Stop Embarrassing Me, which is Jamie Foxx's new Netflix sitcom. So very interesting that we're getting a lot of actors doing these comedy sitcoms on Netflix, because it's a struggle, man. They just don't carry the comedies as well as, network television does. But we'll see how this one goes. We have the trailer for 4 Good Days starring Glenn Close and Mila Kunis, so check that out. Netflix has nabbed the rights to Miramax's He's All That gender-swapped remake. So there you go. This was going to be in theaters, but Netflix has picked up the rights to it, so it'll be exclusive for them. Disney CEO says Black Widow release will be a last-minute decision. So for right now, they're leaving it on the May 7th date. But he says, they're going to wait until the very end to see how things are going with vaccines, theaters being open, so forth, on what they want to do next. So please, my fingers are crossed, just put this damn movie out. We've waited a year. Let's get some Black Widow. Let's go. I'm waiting. Game of Thrones. HBO is considering even more prequel shows. That's right. More and more and more. I don't care. But yes, if you love Game of Thrones, you're going to get more and more and more. Just like Walking Dead, until you're like, oh my God, stop doing this shit. Father of the Bride reboot is in the works, and Andy Garcia is set to star in the reboot, so I like that addition. Noah Hawley says that he's going to get to Fargo Season 5 next year. That's right, so it's going to be a moment before you see another Fargo. Let me see here. Michael Chiklis is set to portray Red Auerbach in HBO's Laker series. James Ransone is reuniting with Scott Derrickson and Ethan Hawke for The Black Phone, which is their new Blumhouse movie that they're doing. Focus Features has set a June release date for Edgar Wright's The Sparks Brothers. Meghan Trainor is set to lead a new NBC series as she has inked a creative deal with NBC Universal. So congratulations to Meghan Trainor. Daniel Radcliffe will be taking on the villain role for The Lost City of D, which is the new movie starring Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum, which is now looking like it might be going to Paramount Plus. So we'll see how that one pans out. Slippin' Jimmy, that's right, a Better Call Saul animated spinoff is in the works. If you heard my last week's show, you know that I kind of went off on a tangent about all these damn animated stuff. Like, what the hell, man? Like, why do once again, I'm going to say a lot of the same shit. Why do I need a bunch of animated spinoffs of things? If this was a live action thing, I don't need an animated spinoff. Stop it. No one needs an animated Slippin' Jimmy show with Bob Odenkirk. I mean, come on, dude. I don't get the animated specials and spinoffs. They're doing so many of them lately, and I just don't get it. A limited series about the U.S. Capitol insurrection is in the works over on Showtime. So that'll be coming soon. I'm excited about this news, man. We've been talking a lot about this Face Off movie, right? It started off saying that Adam Wingard, the director of Godzilla vs. Kong, was going to be doing a Face Off reboot. And everybody started. Some people were happy. Some people were sad. I was happy. I was like, cool, give me a reboot. Give me, whatever you want to do. I'm on board because I love Face Off and I want to see something else in this world. Well, then Adam Wingard came out pretty quick and he said, look, I'm not trying to do a reboot. I am making Face Off 2. I'm making a sequel. We're writing the script right now. Well, now we get another update and he confirms that the movie is about reuniting Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. That's right. And that they are both interested in reprising their roles for this movie. The script does revolve around Castor Troy and Archer. Right? And he says this is about the continuation of these two characters. This is truly Face Off 2. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. One of my favorite things about the article, though, says that Cage and Travolta are awaiting script approval. I'm like, please, guys, I love both of these dudes, but they have done nothing but C-rated straight-to-video projects over the last couple years. You telling me that a Paramount Pictures comes to them about coming back for Face Off 2 and they're going to do a big movie? Come on, waiting for script approval? Since when has Nicolas Cage ever waited on script approval? Come on, dude. He just did Willy's Wonderland with 0 lines of dialogue. You're going to sign on for Face Off 2. Who are we kidding here? So, but either way, I am super excited about this. I hope they do sign on, and I hope we do get the sequel that they're intending this to be, because Face Off is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I would love to see a sequel to this, even though it's going to be batshit crazy, because spoiler alert, Nicolas Cage's character died in the first movie, but you never know what happened after the credits stopped rolling, right? So there we go. We'll see. McKenna Grace is set to star in Disney Plus's new coming-of-age film called Crater. The Rugrats Revival has added Tony Hale and Natalie Morales to the voice cast, and this is coming to Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus has also announced that their iCarly revival has officially begun production. HBO is developing 3 more Game of Thrones spin-offs, so there you go. 3 more on the way. Jake Gyllenhaal is set to star in a new combat control movie from Extraction Sam Hargrave. So there you go. Combat Control is the name of the film. It's going to be a military drama set to be directed by Sam Hargrave. Supposedly, Ace Ventura 3 is in the works. Well, alrighty then. I don't know what to think about this. I love the first Ace Ventura. I'm not a big fan of the second one. It's been many, many years, and we know how that goes for these sequels when they're like 15 years, 20 years too late. I don't know, man. I don't know if Ace Ventura works in 2021 or 2022, but I guess we will see. Law and Order Organized Crime premieres on April 1st, so check that out over on NBC. Stabler is coming home. The Boys spinoff has added 3 new people to the cast, including Teenage Bounty Hunters actress Maddie Phillips. She's going to be playing one of the young superheroes. So I'm excited about the spinoff, man. Give me more stuff in the boys world. That's what I want. American Horror Story Season 10 is officially titled Double Feature. So there you go. I don't know much else about it. That's just the theme and the title for the upcoming 10th season. So there you go there. True Lies reboot has been pushed off cycle over at CBS. So yes, we had just made this announcement not too long ago that CBS was going to move forward with the True Lies reboot. But now they're saying they're going to hold off. Not that it's canceled or anything. They said they just want more time to work on the pilot, kind of retool some things, rework the script, and put something really, really good together. So I can respect that, and we will wait for a better reboot of True Lies. Zaw Ashton, Theo James, and Ashley Park have joined Mr. Malcolm's List, which is a new Universal period rom-com that they're putting together. HBO Max has ordered a documentary about the late actor Brittany Murphy. The 2-part series will come from Blumhouse Television and Pyramid Productions. So love me those kinds of documentaries for sure. We did post up on our Twitter page. I should probably add this to Instagram, but we put up our chapter guide to Zack Snyder's Justice League, which breaks down the prologue, part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the epilogue. So you can see the full breakdown here of how to watch the film. So how you want to watch it in segments. I heard if you watch it up to part 4, that's like the first half of the movie, and then after part 4 is like where if you want to break it into like 2 parts and kind of do it in a couple days or something. But check that out if you want to see the full breakdown of where and how long everything lies. The Resident Evil movie reboot with director Johannes Roberts revealed that the live-action film will officially be called Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. So I love that title. It's a great reboot title for the movie that will be based more on the games this time, unlike the Mila Jovovich movies that really had nothing much to do with Resident Evil other than creatures. So there you go. But I like that. They also confirmed that the movie is completely unrelated to the previous Resident Evil movies, so don't worry about that. The Last of Us series on HBO will lift dialogue from the original game, but we'll see some episodes deviate greatly from the events that we played previously, so heads up there on The Last of Us. Alrighty, let's see here. We already talked about that. The new video game from DC called Gotham Knights was supposed to come out later this year. That has been officially postponed to 2022, so we're going to have to wait longer on that. Let me see. Just so you know, Falcon and the Winter Soldier takes place roughly 6 months after Endgame. So if you're looking for a timeline kind of thing, that's when this takes place. So keep that in mind. This was pretty big breaking news. It just came out within the last 24 hours that Batwoman has officially recast the Kate Kane role. And Wallace Day, previously from the show Krypton, she's going to take over the role on Batwoman in season 2. So pretty crazy, man, right? We had Ruby Rose as Kate Kane. She dropped out of the show. They replaced her character with a new girl in season 2 that was not Kate Kane. It was Ryan Wilder. And we've had a new Batwoman the whole season, but now Kate Kane will return. But they're saying she's going to be like an altered version, so kind of must represent why her appearance looks different. But it doesn't. I know some people are confused and saying, so are they going to have 2 Batwomen? Are they getting rid of Ryan Wilder? Supposedly no. That Ryan will still be the Batwoman in season 2 and kind of going forward, and that this is just bringing back the Kate Kane character for storyline purposes. So we'll see how that one plays out. Congratulations to Raya and the Last Dragon, which stayed atop the box office chart for its 3rd outing, so congratulations there. Erica Watson is set to direct the pilot episode of the CW's upcoming reboot of the 4400, so like that there. Tenet is coming to HBO Max on May 1st, so there you go. Been waiting to see some Tenet, that's when it's coming to HBO Max. The China box office, Avatar leads with another $14 million. So holding on to that biggest movie of all time slot. Congratulations to Avatar there. Okay. Steven Spielberg's loose autobiopic has just casted Seth Rogen as his favorite uncle. So great addition there. I could totally see Seth Rogen being the favorite uncle. Warner Brothers has set Clint Eastwood's Cry Macho for an October release date. It will be releasing in theaters and on HBO Max. This was big news that just broke today. Keanu Reeves, his comic book Berserker that he actually produced and wrote and put out, is getting adapted into a movie on Netflix, and it will star Keanu himself. So Keanu will be coming back doing Berserker over on Netflix, and they're not only doing the movie, but they're also going to do an anime sequel or prequel to it as well too, that Keanu will also voice the character in the animated version. So pretty interesting there as it gets a film and anime adaptation over on Netflix. So congratulations to Keanu Reeves' Berserker. I'm down for this. Also, big news that dropped today is that Disney Plus's Hawkeye spinoff series is being worked on, and it'll center on the character Echo. This show is in early development, but supposedly, Echo is in the Hawkeye TV show, and people are super impressed, and they like her character. We like her powers. We like everything going on. So they want to move forward with plans centered around Echo. So it sounds cool, man. She sounds like she has super cool powers where she has this photographic memory and she could see someone do something and she could just do it herself. So I love that, and it could be a really cool character. She's a Native American. Awesome diversity here. So yeah, man, we might be getting an Echo show over on Disney Plus in the next couple of years. So I like that. Jamie Foxx and Anton Fuqua are reuniting for a new Mike Tyson biopic. That's right. This has been talked about for a long time, especially with Jamie Foxx leading it. And but now we got Anton Fuqua directing, so this is pretty awesome here. So get ready for that coming soon. Warner Brothers today also shot down the hopes of many that we would get the Suicide Squad Air cut and that we would also #restore the Snyderverse. Unfortunately, Warner Brothers says they have no plans to continue Zack Snyder's vision. They said that the Snyder Cut is the end of his trilogy, and that's that. And they are going to move forward with the other stuff that they have planned, like the Hour Man movie. Stupid. Because after the Snyder Cut came out, the #restore the Snyderverse went ballistic. It was all over Twitter, one of the top hashtags. Basically with everybody saying, give the rights back to Zack Snyder. Let him have the reins again. Let him finish his vision. Especially with the way that the Snyder Cut kind of ends. It leads open the door for so much stuff. And everybody's saying, let him do it. Let him do it. And Warner Brothers is saying, no. That is not the canon version. That is not, the theatrical version is canon. And we're just moving forward from here. So it's super unfortunate, and it's a stupid case of a studio not listening to what their audience wants, plain and simple. And then them shutting down the Air cut is another pity party. From what I understand, the Air cut of Suicide Squad would be a very cheap thing for them to do and give them something pretty cool to put on HBO Max, but unfortunately they're shutting that down, those rumors as well. So we'll have to wait and see. I mean, there was no Snyder Cut either for a long time, and then we got it. So we'll see if we get to restore the Snyderverse. I feel like HBO Max might move forward with maybe a direct Justice League sequel and give him all the money in the world to do it, based on these numbers that this show is getting right now, that this movie's getting. So we'll see how it all plays out. But for now, Warner Brothers is trying to stay, it's not happening on the subject, so we'll see. Speaking of DC, we're still moving forward with the Zatanna film, and they actually got a great writer, Emerald Fennell. She, who of course wrote Promising Young Woman, she is now going to write the Zatanna film. So I love this. So congratulations here to her. That makes me very, very stoked with how much I love that movie, that she's going to be the writer on this. So I am down. Give it to me. Give it to me. We have the trailer for Them, which is Amazon's new horror anthology series. So check that out. Production is ramping up again on The Witcher Season 2, and they're adding some more casting to it as we speak, as they are trying to conclude the expanded edition that they're doing on Season 2 there. The Tom Hardy-led Netflix crime thriller Havoc has just added Forrest Whitaker to the cast, so congratulations there. More cast members for The Boys spinoff. I don't know who any of these people are, so I'm not going to bother reading through it. But you can check it out to see who else is joining the cast here. Let's see here. Peter Rabbit 2 gets its release date pushed back again. By the way, this is the 7th time Peter Rabbit 2 has moved release dates. Why? It's fucking Peter Rabbit. Just release this goddamn movie. No one gives a shit. No one gives a shit. Just put this goddamn movie out. So it was supposed to come out around Easter in April. Now it's been pushed back to July. So make up your mind, because the movie just got bumped up like a couple months ago, and now it's going back again. Like, stop moving this. 7 times is ridiculous. They should just put this thing out on VOD at this point. So stupid, man. So stupid. Drives me crazy. John Wick 4 and 5 will not be written by Derek Kolstad. So that is unfortunate, because he's been a big part of John Wick 1, 2, and 3. So I don't know why he wouldn't be a part of 4 and 5, but I guess he won't be. So there you go. Congratulations to The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was the biggest series premiere on Disney Plus. So congratulations, the most watched series premiere ever on Disney Plus. Congratulations, man. Marvel is killing it right now. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson confirms that Black Adam is going to start filming in 3 weeks. Super excited for this to get going. Very, very excited. As we all know, and we've known for a while, Michael Keaton's supposed to be coming back as Batman in the Flash movie. Well, Michael Keaton was interviewed earlier today, and he says he might not actually be in the movie after all. And a big part of it is due to COVID. Michael Keaton's actually worried about COVID. He says, I don't really want to go film a movie where I could possibly die. And he just doesn't think it's worth the risk. So he says he'll be monitoring the situation closely. He's going to see how COVID rates are over in the UK, which is where they're going to be filming the movie. If he feels safe enough, then maybe he'll do it. But if he doesn't, then he's going to be dropping out of this film, which would be crazy to do because they signed him a long time ago, and we know he's in a big chunk of the script. So, I mean, if he just bounces out now, that completely F's this movie. So we'll have to wait and see how this all pans out. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's 100% on Michael Keaton right now for Batman in the Flash movie. So we will have to wait and see. We have your first look at Toni Collette and Anna Kendrick in the new Netflix thriller Stowaway. So take a look at that. The Good Doctor actor Nicholas Gonzalez has joined NBC's new sinkhole drama called La Brie. We have all the end dates for all your shows over on CBS, like NCIS New Orleans and Mom, plus a bunch of other finales that are coming down the pipeline. So check that out to find out where yours is. Amazon's Jack Reacher series has just added... remember we told you Alan Richardson is going to lead the show as Jack Reacher. I was going to say Jack Ryan, Jack Reacher. And then Malcolm J. Goodwin and Willa Fitz have joined in major roles for the show. We have the new trailer for Made for Love starring Kristin Milatti. I'm looking very forward to this show. It comes on HBO Max April 1st. So very, very excited for this one here. Love me some Kristin Milatti, so that's going to be great. Once Upon a Time's team's epic fairy tale drama pilot has just casted Holby City's Eleanor Fanyinka. So there you go. It's a new fairy tale drama from the duo that wrote Once Upon a Time. It's their new show, and they just casted their first lead role with Eleanor. So congratulations there. Zombies 3 is moving forward over on the Disney Channel. They've also confirmed it will be the final installment in the musical trilogy. That's right. Meg Donnelly and Milo Manheim are returning for the third and final installment. Mr. Mayor has been renewed for season 2 over on NBC. I'm happy about this. It's a pretty funny show, so I dig that. Jane Lynch has just boarded a new ABC comedy as well, so congratulations to her. Mark Wahlberg will be reteaming with Mel Gibson for the story of a boxer turned priest called Stuart Long. So they're looking to put that film together here soon. So congratulations there. I know that's a passion project for Mark Wahlberg. And on that note, my friends, that is the end of our news. We have made it the whole way. It's 50 minutes in and we're done. We're here. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you for joining me and celebrating my birthday with me here together on March 23rd, 2021, man. So that is pretty awesome. So once again, thank you so much for listening. Hey, our official webpage is amiontheair.com. So pretty easy to remember. It's just theshow.com. Go there and you can listen to all the episodes. Plus you get links to all of our other social media stuff, Facebook, Twitter, our Am I on the Air Quick Bites, Instagram, YouTube. It's all the links are there, along with links to pretty much all of the platforms where you can listen to us. So really, Am I on the Air is your one-stop shop, plain and simple. But if you need me to read it all out loud to you, I will. So make sure you like us on Facebook at facebook.com/amiontheair. Follow us on Twitter at amiontheair. Follow me on Twitter at dxdonmega. Make sure you subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review. If Apple Podcasts ain't your thing, don't you worry. We got you covered at Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google Podcast. Make sure you follow along on any of those platforms. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Just search Am I on the Air. Follow me on Stardust at Simply Don Mega, DONMEGA. Make sure you follow me on Stardust and I will follow you back. And of course, thank you to our great affiliates at reddragonsradio.com. That's reddragonsradio.com, all one word. And follow on Twitter at reddragonsradio. So Thank you so much once again. Hopefully, for my birthday this year, all I would hope is that, you tell a friend and a family member to check out Am I on the Air and support the show. We'd really appreciate that. So that's all I need. That's all I need is your love and support. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight, guys, on this March the 23rd for hashtag the Mega Cut. Go check out the Snyder Cut if you haven't. Support it and post along on social media, HBO Max right now. I hope you all have a great week. I'm going to have a great week because I'm taking the week off with some PTO. I'm going to relax and try to clear my head and just have a decent, good, chill week. So I hope the rest of you guys do the same. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace.
Bye, everybody. Red Dragons! Red Dragons!